reporting on those shots that you can actually see on your screens at the moment. Really dramatic visuals of Trinamool MPs rushing outside the parliament. This is after they protested against the rail budget, with the Chief Whip Mamata Banerjee saying that the budget was in fact visionless, and they say that they were in fact protesting against the budget, and that protest seems to have taken a pretty ugly turn. There Kalyan Banerjee screaming on your TV screens. But let's get my colleague Sandeep Fukan. He's back with us now. He's joining us on the Capital Live on those shots. Sandeep, so this is an extremely unprecedented situation. We're looking at the opposition protests against the rail budget, but never before have we seen them turn so violent, Sandeep.
There was no violence as such. I mean, there were threats of violence. We of course remember that day when former MP L. Rajgopal had actually used a pepper spray, and there was a lot of chaos inside. Well, today actually didn't go that bad. It didn't go that far. But what happened was that, I mean, it's unprecedented in the sense that we often see, whenever a rail budget is presented, we often see protests and counter protests. Of course, I mean, opposition protests. Sometimes they storm, they troop into the well of the house. They keep shouting slogans. But what was unprecedented was that, the kind of the atmosphere that was built up after these two MPs came in. Suddenly, the atmosphere got absolutely surcharged. The Trinamool MPs were belligerent. They ran out of the house, saying that they have been attacked. They were, I can almost vouch that they were not physically attacked. Senior MP Kalraj Mishra tried to pacify. All this while, of course, you will not be able to see any of this on TV, because usually, as a rule, whenever the Lok Sabha is on, there are chaotic scenes inside Lok Sabha. The camera would focus on the chair, and that's precisely what happened even at 3 o'clock or 3:15. But inside, what was happening from the press gallery where reporters view the proceedings, it was rather ugly. I mean, at one point, many of us thought that probably now MPs will come to blows, and then, of course, Kalraj Mishra intervened. Some other marshals came in. But what was also unprecedented is the way Kalyan Banerjee came out shouting. Many of us were completely taken by surprise. The way he was shouting, he was almost hysterical. Kalyan is one of the most agitated members on any given day inside Lok Sabha. On any given day, his voice is heard the most. He interrupts perhaps quite often. He shouts. But today, Kalyan Banerjee was almost hysterical the way he came out. Perhaps we can play out those shots. We're just uplinked those shots. Kashish, we can maybe play out these shots. He came out saying, "Marne ke liye aaya hai, marne ke liye aaya hai." For a moment, the reporters who were standing outside, and today being a rail budget day, Rajya Sabha has already been adjourned. There have been far too many disruptions in Lok Sabha. There weren't too many people outside. It was very lean. So suddenly was that the clip that we played out?
That's correct, Sandeep. That was, in fact, we are playing out those visuals of Kalyan Banerjee, in fact, running outside the Lok Sabha, rushing out towards the statue and screaming. And we are going to try and get that audio up in just a bit. But Sandeep, tell us what we're missing in these visuals. Of course, the camera has managed to capture a lot of the angst with which Kalyan Banerjee has run out, but clearly we're missing some of the story in those visuals. Take us through that.
Well, actually, what happened was that these are visuals of outside. The ruckus was actually inside the house, as I said that as a standing rule, if there is ruckus or chaos inside Lok Sabha, then TV cameras do not focus on the ruckus. They will give you a long shot where you can't make out anything, or they focus on the chair. Trinamool MPs for over 10 minutes were protesting by trooping into the well of the house. At one point, they were shouting, "Narendra Modi, hi, hi, Adani, Ambani, budget nahi chalega." This was exactly what they were sloganeering. This got, occasionally many senior MPs also would interrupt and tell them to stop.